To be the only person to behold a burden. To be the only person who has a destiny. To be the one. This is a trope that has been popular in many of the most prominent fantasy series as recently, such as Harry Potter or Percy Jackson and the Olympians. In these stories, there's an ordinary, maybe troubled main character that discovers that they are the chosen one, the one that would defeat a Dark Lord or bring peace to the land. These seemingly ordinary characters are shoved into a world that is larger than them, and the story revolves around them finding their place with this huge burden on their shoulders. Trollhunters fits right into this category. The protagonist, Jim Lake Jr., is an ordinary high school boy who just wants more than what the world can offer him right now. He wants excitement. He wants adventure. He wants something more than just high school. One day, on his way to school, he discovers a glowing blue amulet that calls his name. Basically, the amulet has chosen him to be the next Trollhunter. The Trollhunter is the one that would, ironically, protect the trolls who live under his hometown, Arcadia. Of course, shenanigans ensue. He is very clearly and undeniably a product of the Chosen One trope. Hello, bookworms. This is Bookwormundercover or Ibran Tekballe. I know that this channel is supposed to be about books, but literature media just doesn't consist of words on a page. We are going to talk about the Netflix show, Trollhunters. Yay! For those who don't know, Trollhunters is an animated TV show on Netflix that is part of a fantasy trilogy called Tales of Arcadia. I recently rewatched Trollhunters, and after having forgotten about it for at least 5 years, oh boy, it's kind of like revisiting my childhood. Gosh, I was very disappointed in myself for not remembering how good this show was. Trollhunters revolve around many different themes, but one of the most prominent is the theme of friendship. There are many different relationships in Trollhunters, the platonic, the parental, the romantic, but one of the most notable is the relationship of the main team. One of the big character arcs of Trollhunters is Jim learning that it is not Trollhunter, but Trollhunters, and making others feel the same. This phrasing is first prominent when Kanjigar, the previous Trollhunter, and the others that came before him say that Trollhunters must work alone, that working alone was the only way for them to keep their loved ones safe. Jim is told that he must be strong alone, and that he is weaker with others. But this is disproved time and time again, and this continues to be a recurring theme throughout the show. I suppose it could be called the power of friendship. This is emphasized when Jim goes to the Darklands alone, ignoring the promise he made to the others about how they would go together. Of course, he gets captured, he almost dies several times, and sure, he retrieves Claire's baby brother Enrique, but he also causes Gummar to escape, and his actions lead to a political uprising, assassination, and a near apocalypse. Whenever Jim acts alone, nothing good happens. The thing is, some members of the team aren't the most powerful in battle. Characters like Blinky and Toby are often portrayed as obstacles early in the series rather than helpful allies. Even then, they have strengths that balance Jim out. Jim is hot-headed. Toby and Blinky balance that out. Jim doesn't know much about the troll world, culture, or history. Blinky balances that out through his encyclopedic knowledge of the troll world. Each member of the team has a story. Each one of them have flaws, but each of these flaws are covered by each other's strengths seamlessly. This is, in my opinion, beyond simple chemistry between characters for the sake of likability. It's a device for storytelling. Jim is incomplete without his team. It's really, truly Trollhunters, not Trollhunter. Jim may be the chosen one, but that doesn't mean he can't share that burden with others, and that saving the world has to be him and him alone. This theme sticks around through the other shows that Jim appears in as well. For example, in 3 Below, Jim is stuck in a time loop due to an alien artifact that is in the possession of a troll. The only way he can get out of the time loop is if he teams up with the aliens that used to possess that said alien artifact. In the end, he's the one trapped in the time loop, but the only way out is with the help of others combined with his unique ability. And this returns in Wizards, the final part of the trilogy as well. Dea, or previously known as Callista, is the first troll hunter, but she had been shunned from troll society for so long that she didn't believe that she could fight against Gunmar and win. In the legend, she is described to be the greatest troll hunter to have ever lived, but she is, in fact, powerless alone. The only reason she embraces her status as troll hunter and rises to that challenge and her destiny is through the help and support of Jim, Claire, and a bunch of others. She would never have become Dea if she didn't have the relationships, the support that she did. Even Merlin, who was supposed to be able to solo against Morgana and lock her away, only did so with the help of future Duxie, who was his very ignored and disregarded assistant for a very, very long time. 900 years, in fact. In the end, Trollhunters is an epic, action-packed animated show that kids and adults alike can enjoy. But at the core, it's telling you that you and your team are stronger together. That the family you find, the family you choose, are the ones that define you. Honestly, really heartwarming. One of my favorite shows. I really hope you watch it, and I hope this wasn't too much of a spoiler for what's coming. Thank you for listening. Good day, good evening, and good night.